Cancel.
Schweezy.
All right. So if you've known anything about the news, you've seen something in related to this. I didn't want to cover this, but I decided to after reading this. I think this was the icing on the cake, and like icing is one of the best parts of the cake. Unless it's shitty icing, then don't bake a cake. That's how you do it. From our friends over at Newsweek, meaning we have no connection, police beg locals to refrain from taking pot shots at Chinese spy balloon. North Carolina police are arguing residents to refrain from aiming their guns into the sky to take pot shots at a Chinese spy balloon that may be headed their way. President Joe Biden faced Republican backlash after deciding on the advice of military leaders against shooting down the high-altitude surveillance balloon when it was spotted over Montana earlier this week. A number of the same Republicans have since encouraged citizens to take the matter into their own hands by shooting at the balloon themselves. Police in Gastonia, about 20 miles from Charlotte, begged locals in a Facebook post on Friday to avoid firing their guns into the air in hopes of shooting down the balloon, which a National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration model predicted could be in the area on Saturday morning. Officials also urged residents to not bother contacting them if they do spot the balloon, explaining that they do not have the capacity to respond to an object that is believed to be around 60,000 feet in the air. If the now infamous Chinese weather balloon makes its way over Gastonia, please don't call the police to report it, the Facebook post said. We don't have the capability to respond to an altitude of 60k feet to check it out. We are pretty sure the feds would want us to stay out of it. And finally, please don't take pot shots at it with your handguns in an attempt to bring it down on your own. I continued. Experts say it's unlikely the massive spy balloon could be brought down by a person firing a gun from the ground, even if they did somehow manage to hit it. Kevin Massey, U.S. Air Force major, wrote in a 2009 research paper that the objects are difficult to detect and, if hit, do not immediately descend. He also noted the puncture holes do not cause the balloons to deflate or go up in flames, instead only causing slow leaks and slow descent. Massey's paper pointed out that a 100-meter weather balloon remained afloat for 6 days after being shot with 1,000 rounds by Canadian F-18 fighter jets in 1998. In addition to likely having no real impact, aiming a gun into the air and firing at a faraway object like the balloon poses several obvious dangers, including potentially hitting unintended targets or people. Yeah, so I don't know a lot about guns. I will say that. I don't know a lot about guns. Funny enough, conversation was, since weed got legal in Missouri, a friend, I was like, maybe I should just get, like, if I need more weed, I'll get a medical card or whatever, you know. You're like, well, you're not going to be able to carry a handgun. I'm like, already don't. Well, you might not be able to own one. Already don't. You're like, well, you can't conceal and carry. I'm like, already don't. You know, like, just kill me if you're going to fucking kill me, dude. So it's like that. So, you know, it's like I'm not a gun guy. But I do know, I don't know what gun you use, fucking sniper rifle or whatever fucking shit you want to use. Fucking shooting your gun at it, it's not going to do shit. You're honestly going to cause more harm than helping out. Fucking this is the reason why the United States has such a big military budget for shit like this, you know? People are like, and I think the Republicans are like, you know, Joe Biden didn't take immediate action to get rid of it. And I'm like, well, here's the thing, why Joe Biden didn't do it. Joe Biden, first of all, you know, he is who he is. But who he is not is who I would call a scientist, who would tell you that if just a bunch of random people shot down a military balloon, first of all, they'd probably miss. You know, you'd probably just miss it. If you did hit it, it would do nothing. It would just slow you. You know how you have a leak in your car tire, you know, when you drive on shitty roads, specifically in Nashville, Tennessee. These are the places that, you know, the slow leak, It's gonna be just like that. So it just does nothing. I just love, like, and then a bunch of fucking Republican people. I know, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Donald Trump Jr. or whatever, that fuckface. Like, how are all the? First of all, I'm still wondering how all the guys in that family look like toes, and then Ivanka and the other one that's not in the spotlight. I don't know, and not the little one. He might not be a little anymore. For Barron or whatever. Like, I'm not talking about him. Tiffany, that's her name. She's hot. Ivanka's hot. What's going on? What's going on with the fucking men in that family? You know, like, they all look like fucking toe fungus. So yeah. Luckily, I do know I'm recording this Monday, February 6th, and I can tell you that in that time, the balloon has been taken down. Also, people didn't know, like, they could have had, like, dangerous gases or, like, anthrax or something else in the balloon. Shooting at that could just cause more harm. So, the professionals took care of it. And if we were like, it made it all the way from Montana to South Carolina and it's still, then I'm like, fucking, you barely passed. If you graduated high school, you barely did. Like, people who are like, I could have shot it down, do not have good grades in science, are not, like, in college, did not go to college. If they did go to college, they didn't pass that science class. They think, like, I was just fucking shoot that fucking shit down. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch.
I identify as a fucking threat.
Hey there, you just checked out a highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you learned something and that you are now a smarter individual. Just so you know, we have full episodes and other many, many highlights available now. Click here for the next best thing that you can go check out as well. And make sure you press that subscribe button and press that notification bell. That way you get updated anytime we make a new post or anytime that we make a new highlight or full episode. So thank you, honk if you love butt drugs, and stay awesome.